Hey y'all, hey! Welcome to the video Love Bugs. It is your host, Queen Blama said it. And we are back, y'all, for another YouTube live reaction, y'all. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Over on this channel, we like to go through videos, break them down, giving our critical review, our opinion, and our thoughts. That's about it. That's about all. Sometimes we do it for laughs. Sometimes we do it for religious purposes. Sometimes we do it for educational purposes. Most of the time, we do it because that's just what we want to do. Okay. Yo, welcome. Thank y'all for joining me. Happy Monday, love bugs. Today is May the 13th. We are almost halfway through the month. I've been having a calm, relaxed day. Hey, Mysterious, welcome to the chat. I've been having a pretty calm, relaxed day. It's been rainy all day, like just sprinkling. It's not a heavy downpour, it's just been a heavy sprinkle all day long. So I haven't left out of the house, you guys. I want to leave out the house because I want to go and get some Chinese food, but I don't want to leave out the house because it's raining. But I'm pretty sure we're going to leave out in a little bit, take baby girl to crumble cookie, probably give me some egg rolls, and then come back to this joint. What y'all eating today? Have you taken something out for dinner? I took out T-bone steaks, but I don't want steak. I want Chinese food, so I'll probably end up cooking steak tomorrow. But that's about it. It was gonna be steak, shrimp, and salad, but I'm not sure. I think I want some General Chicken, egg rolls, and some of them noodles. But we're gonna see what your girl decides to do. I be overspending the money. So I ends up just cooking when they be like, oh, we got food at home. Yeah, yeah, buddy. Your girl be being cheap sometimes. I fuck that. I'm gonna cook my food at home. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna take her to crumble cookie anyway. So we might sneak and get me some dang on Chinese food. Or I might need to just put the dang on steaks in the oven right now, huh? Well, I'm talking to y'all about it, child. I could push play on this video and go season my steak or rinse it off, y'all. I washes my meat. I don't know about y'all. I don't know about you, sis, but I watch my meat. I watch that meat, that jack meat, and I like to watch my other meat. Child, if I could watch my ground beef, I would watch that also. I've heard of people watching it after they brown it, but I don't know about that. I like to season mine. I put onion and peppers and seasoning in it while I'm browning it. So that really wouldn't work. But I think Moonshine does it often. I'm pretty sure I've seen her do that on a video. I don't know, y'all. Who knows? I'm just talking shit because I'm probably not about to put them steaks in the oven. But they surely would be good, wouldn't they? I just be being lazy. Like that's what it becomes when I just go spend money on food because I'm too lazy to freaking cook. That is sad. Jeez, Bly, get it together, girl. You need to thank the man above that you actually got the food to cook. You just being too lazy to cook it. You're gonna go and buy some processed stuff. Sure am. I surely am. Um, what are you having for leftovers? What you cooked? You cooked for Mother's Day, or is it leftovers from Saturday? Uh, I have what we got in the refrigerator. Um, I got leftovers from Saturday. That's about it. But we're not eating that. I don't think so. Mm, we're gonna see what baby girl say when she come home. She rules the house, so if she say Chinese food, it will be Chinese food. If she say, ugh, I don't want that, then I'll be cooking something because I really don't want to spend money. So we really don't need to be spending money, y'all. We are going to Aruba. Aruba, Aruba. The beginning of next month. So, child, for 8 days. Your girl need to be budgeting and saving, but I just, you know, you know how it be. No, I cooked for Mother's Day and I had cooked roast. Ooh, girl, don't even, because I will be in there trying to cook some dang on roast and stuff this late. Please don't say it. Please don't. I seen a girl eating some soul food on YouTube like an hour ago, and I'm like, I should take out some dang on chicken. But I'm not about to fry no chicken and macaroni and stuff. It sounds so good though. Oh my gosh. I love roast. Man, I could eat roast probably once a week. And my family's absolutely not going. They not eating no damn roast once a week. They could eat it once a month. That's about it. I could eat it once a week. Roast and macaroni, girl, please. Once a week. Give it to me. More than that, honestly. Like, well, how is y'all day going? I'm just talking and talking, y'all. Let me turn this screen share on so we can get into this video, y'all. Amora Lex did another interview yesterday afternoon around 7 p.m., y'all. I turned it on a little late. Good morning, Lifestyle. Hey, Lifestyle, welcome to the chat. Y'all can tell I'm used to going live in the morning. So I probably didn't say good morning before already. But welcome to the chat. Everyone hit the like button. Amora Lex, she did another interview. This one was on Facebook. So I couldn't figure out how to stroll the little ball back to get the beginning of the live. But I guess we didn't need the beginning of the live anyway because it's long. I could eat pork roast for years if I could. uh, I don't know. Pork roast, I don't know. It's okay. It's all right. Like, I guess I can eat it. I guess I guess probably if my OG make it, then I'll just randomly eat it or my auntie. But for the most part, I'm not gonna buy it and make it. I mm, I mm, I just don't. I about get it all from the meat store, child. But I do love roast. Amora is doing this for clouds. Yeah, she did it in another interview last night. And okay, she went live on her Facebook and she was laying in the bed and y'all remember her saying that she had a house. I'm like, so if you got a house, then how the hell you give your kids to C.P.S? So she did the interview last night, and the dude was like, I sent her a donation, and I want all my audience to send her a donation so hopefully she can get good housing for them kids. And she didn't correct him and say, I have a home, I have housing, nothing. And then he was like, because I think I seen a video where you lost like $1,300 in food and this and that. And she never stopped the interviewer to correct him and tell him that she do got a house. She never stopped him to say, um, that was old. I don't even have my kids, so I'm not worried about the $1,300 in grocery. She never stopped him to say nothing. And then people in the chat were like, well, we have her Cash App, but can you give us the Cash App to the foster family? We want to send the money directly to the foster family. Don't y'all know she got hush? She got completely hushed and act like she didn't even hear the interviewer recommend it or nothing. He was like, well, I'm not going to tell her to give y'all the Cash App, but if she wants to, she can. You think she said a word? She did not say a thing. Like, she didn't say nothing at all. She didn't say, I'm not sure if she wants her Cash App given out or the family wants it given out or I'll have the family, I'll see if they want to make a GoFundMe or I'll see if the family wants donations. She didn't say nothing. She was in complete disagreement. Like the foster family Cash App, what's that? Girl, bye. Then she was talking about gunshots outside. Y'all, it was a lot going on for reals, for real. And after she did this interview on the phone with them, then she went live on her Facebook and was smoking her Zai. I told y'all, child, she using the interview money to go out popping coochie and getting high. this is way too much. But hey, if the people like it, I freaking love it. Seriously, y'all. Let me turn this screen share on. Y'all hit the like button.
Jail for Amora Lex.
And we're going to go ahead and get up in this and see what's going on. Remember, I said I couldn't start it from the beginning because it was on Facebook. I guess they have the no replay on or something. So I started from where I started.
Hashtag justice for Alex in jail for Amora Lex, who is now exploiting these children, their fathers, and our family with lies in order to give publicity.
Even before, like when I was in Florida, when I first found out he had overdosed,
she was reading a post that the mom made. Alex's mom. Remember, Alex's mom says that Amora Lex did something to her son. So this lady was reading a post that the mom made. It cut off because, like I said, I couldn't get it to go back to the beginning. So we just had to, start where we started. But the lady said justice for her son Alex and jail for Amora.
Said some shit to him. I had told them that he should have died because I'm like, okay, well, where was my son when you were doing all of this? Like, where's my son? Like, and it's the whole time I'm like, nobody in his family is trying to tell me what's going on. And everybody's just saying, Alex, get better. So it's, I'm already getting pissed off because I'm worried. I'm trying to find out what the hell is happening is it big Alex or little Alex? Where's my son? What's going on? So when I found out that he was just out there willy-nilly just doing drugs and stuff, and not my car, but my son is just out and about, I was pissed off. So yeah, I definitely told him, I said if you should have died. But I also told him that it won't be no next time because I wasn't lying. Look where we're at. It wasn't no next time.
So she's talking about when Alex OD'd the first time. Remember, she said he OD'd twice. The second time he went on life support and didn't come out of it. Remember, the first time she said she was in Florida. That's what she's talking about now. And she's saying that she didn't know if it was her son or if it was her baby daddy. You know what that means? She was in Florida without her children. How many times has she actually been without her children? And she was in Florida for an amount of time. It wasn't just a weekend trip. She was up there. How many times has this girl been without her kids? And for Alex to be such a bad man, how were you in Florida and he was all the way in Ohio or wherever with your children? Make that make sense.
So let me ask you this. Take us to his last day, because from talking with you this morning, you told it that's kind of when the shit started hitting the fan, his last day living, how that happened, and how they come to thinking that you had something to do with it. Just take us to that day he passed and him coming home and you guys getting into it.
Yeah, so honestly, before he died, I knew he was going to die. So I'm hoping, because I know she still has, access to his messages. I hope she posts our messages. I knew he was going to die.
And why did you feel like you knew he was going to die?
Because I could see it. I could look at him and tell. It's like when you seriously and this man was a serious monster to me, and I still love this man. Tried to see the good in him when I knew he wasn't shit. So it's like when you really love somebody, when you know.
Okay.
I wonder how many times she's gonna do. How many more interviews is she gonna do repeating the exact same thing? Is what I want to know. Once a person lies, they will not keep the story straight. So if she's lying about different things, it's gonna start showing, because a liar can't tell the exact same story the exact same way every single freaking time. It's gonna start to stray some different ways, y'all.
So I could feel it. His mom could feel it. We were both dreaming about it. She would get different messages. Everybody just kept telling him, you need to sit down. So, and he just kept telling me, his eyes are dark brown, but it seemed like they turned black around the time that he passed, So, and he was always saying, I'm so tired. And I'm like, okay. I'm sorry. 1 second. I'm so
Okay.
sorry.
Take your time.
My son.
Hold the hell on.
My son is knocking at the window.
I was just about to say, hold up. Who is calling her mommy? Y'all. Child, bye. It's Mother's Day. So, right, wait a goddamn minute. So, all of this was for clouds, and clearly the children are close to her. Y'all, we all hearing the same. He's screaming, "Mommy, mommy," and she tried to ignore it. Then she had to actually address it. Hold, yeah, bitch, we hear the kid. And you doing an interview, and she was on this interview for over an hour and a half instead of tending to her children. This is too much for me. This is way too much.
Oh.
Y'all?
For those of you guys who are waiting, we're talking with Amora Lex, the young lady that went viral last week. She has a lot of situations going on. She talked about giving her children up to C.P.S, and we're up to the point where we talked about the first baby daddy.
Yes, he was outside the car trying to get in. Child, she gave the kid. Child, bye. I could not, y'all. This interview was done at 7:00 at night.
We're at the second point where we're talking about one of her kids' father actually passed, and the family, the mother, is claiming that she had something to do with this death, and she's talking about leading us up to the day that he passed and why the mother feels like Amora had something to do with his. He died because of an overdose, a drug overdose. And when she comes back, she will continue her story. But I'm going to continue. Thank you.
Make sure we add alleged, because child, we don't know if it was a purposeful, oh, you know, if somebody did that to him on purpose, or if he accidentally, child. Ooh, wait.
Guys, yes, I'm here.
Oh, I'm sorry. What?
No, I was just bringing the listeners up to where you are when you were talking about the second kid and the day leading up to him passing that day. So that's where we were in the story.
Oh yeah, yeah. So he just kept saying like, oh, I'm tired. Like he's like just kept saying I don't want to be here no more. I'm just tired. And then he would just like, we could be doing something like, sometimes like it wasn't all bad, but for the most part, there was more bad than it was good. But we did have some good moments. So like we would be doing something in the kitchen, just like cooking tacos together or something. And he would just be like, I'm so tired. I don't want to be here no more. When I'm gone, you're gonna miss me. And I'm like, what? Like it would just be weird, So anyway, the day he ended up spending the night, the night prior to him dying. So he spent the night. So of course that morning, I can't remember what
he lived with her. He lived with her. He lived with her. I'm child. She keeps saying, I'm not stupid. I didn't have no man on my lease. I'm not stupid. I would never put a man on my lease. He lived with her, y'all. We know how this rolled. He lived with her. He wasn't on the lease. He lived with her. Girl, what the hell? When these females try to play slick games like people are not hip and with the shits, it just be ridiculous. Baby girl, be real.
We got into it about, but he was just like, yeah, whatever. So
she's 27 years old. She has 5 children. Her 3 oldest are boys. Her 2 youngest are a set of twin girls.
So he got all the kids dressed. He took them to Chuck E. Cheese. So when he came back, he had a rose for me, and I was still holding a grudge to, whatever we were going on it about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't whatever it was earlier. It wasn't like, a serious argument where we were physical or anything, which we did have a lot of those, but that wasn't, that it was just, I had an attitude still.
Okay.
So anyway, he gave me the rose, and I felt like it wasn't sincere because, we've been here, done it before. So I threw the rose on the counter and I said, whatever. And, he was able to give me a little bit to kind of just let it go, calm down. So he stayed at the house for maybe an hour or 2 more, and then he left. So when he left, I'm not stupid. I know him. I before we got together, we were actually friends or drug partners, I guess. I don't fucking know. So anyway, I knew him. I knew him almost like the back of my hand.
Okay.
So when he left, I already knew he was about to go hit up whoever he.
They were friends, or she said, or drug partners. Can I rewind it like that? No, I can't. It ain't easy to go back. Fuck that. I ain't doing it. She said drug partners, y'all. What's drug partners? That's her son in the background saying mommy. Okay, so child. That's her son in the background saying mommy. I'm not. When we watched it yesterday, she said a bombshell that we heard yesterday was her kids aren't in CPS custody. She said it like it was a smirk. People talking, but my kids aren't in CPS custody. I don't have a CPS case. It's because she took her kids and dropped them off on the 4th with CPS, but she went back Sunday and signed over temporary custody to a family member. So the kids was at CPS Saturday. They were, I don't know if they spent the night Sunday night and they left with the family member Monday or what, but right now the kids are with a family member. But what I heard was she didn't get all the kids from CPS. I'm not sure which children she got from CPS, but she didn't get all of them, and I'm not sure why.
Was going to hit up as far as friends and friend wise, go chill with them. They were probably going to go to the liquor store, get a bottle of liquor, hit up the drug people and go get some drugs, and then find some chicks and do whatever, and go party and whatever.
Okay.
And obviously I wasn't wrong, because that's exactly what happened.
My clear opinion has been that she get high, and y'all, it was even before she titled the live, she want to get some Zy. I knew she was getting high. Now, my thing is, I believe she gets high on more than marijuana. I'm almost positive she's using more than marijuana. I think she's using something that clears out of her system within 2 to 3 days. So y'all take the hint from there. That's what I think. I don't know how long those pills take to leave up out your system, but remember she was laughing talking about the perkies. So that's what I'm thinking. It's weed, but it's more than that.
So anyway, I'm not stupid, but we're texting a little bit throughout the day. It wasn't like constant communication. It was a little sporadic. So we're texting throughout the day. He knew I was cooking. So he's like, well, he knows like I'm cooking. I'm like, well, the food is done. So he's like, okay, I'm about to be on my way shortly. I have a surprise for you. So I knew he was on his way home. Now, for the most part, usually when he said he was on his way home, I knew he wasn't coming, because he'd either be like a couple hours after that, or he wouldn't come back until the next day. So It was like, okay, well, we'll see if you really come. But because, the things, like even through all the bad, I was not going to lie. And it sounds really fucked up when I say this, but even through all the bad, I was still going to marry him. And honestly, I'm happy that he passed, because for one, he has a chance to make, better choices in the next life. And I'd be miserable as hell now if he was still alive, because there were even times where we did separate. He would not allow me to be happy. He would still pop up at my house, even though he had a girlfriend. He had a whole baby on the way with another girl, but he was still popping up at my house. I remember a couple of times I would wake up in the middle of the night and this man is standing at the end of my bed in the dark. So yeah. So anyway,
So
I'm texting him a little bit.
He says he's on the way home. Start from there.
Yeah, so he says he's on his way home. He's not coming. So I'm just like, dang, like I thought we was really about to try to work on something. I'm getting salty because, like, for the last time, like an idiot, I was really trying to trust in him and believe in him, because I really loved him. So, okay, I'm getting salty. So I'm texting him like, fuck you. I know what you're doing. You probably would have bitch. You got a bag and a bottle. I'm pretty sure, because you can't leave the drugs alone. All the drugs is more important than, me, your son, stuff like that. So he's still not responding at this point. In the messages, you can see I'm kind of going back and forth with my messages being conflicted, between, cussing him out because I'm pissed off, and being worried, like, where are you at? I'm kind of getting worried. Like, at one point in the messages, I even told him, like, bro, I don't even give a damn if you're with a girl right now. Just respond, so at least I know you're okay. because mind you, I was still having the feelings that death was around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and when death is around, it lingers, and it lingers heavy. You're gonna feel it if you're truly attached to that person. You know, we truly had a soul tie. Mm-hmm. So anyway, you know, he's not responding and all that. So I'm like, you know, whatever.
I think, and I'm gonna just say it. Why does it seems to me like the only people that really be talking about soul ties are somebody that are people that's going through something traumatic, or druggies, or like the Nature Boy wives. They be talking soul ties, stuff like that. But you don't have normal people like the old schoolers, my OGs, my auntie, they've been married for over fucking 50 years, and you'll never hear them talking about soul ties or some bullshit like that. So what is it? Is soul ties is just something that people that are having, you know, the trauma binds and stuff like that, they believe in that, and druggies and just different people? Because that's what I think. I don't know, y'all. Soul ties. What the hell, girl? Y'all was druggy friends. You said it. Drug buddies.
Probably like, I don't know, I'll probably finally get to sleep late at night. So, but the whole time I'm still tossing and turning. Like I had an eerie feeling. I could not put my finger on it, and I wasn't trying to think of obviously the death or anything like that. But it was just like, I'm like, nah, ain't nothing wrong with him. You know, I'm just tripping. I kept telling myself, and I'm tossing, I'm turning. When I finally get to sleep, his cousin Sasha calls me, and you know, mind you, I still ain't got no response from him. Mm-hmm. So she's like, hey, what's Alex's number? Because when she called me, this is when I finally went to sleep. I was sleeping with all my kids, you know, that this time I only had the three boys. So I'm at home in bed sleeping with my kids where I'm supposed to be. She calls me. She's like, hey, what's Alex's mom's number? He's not responding. And, you know, I'm not thinking nothing of it because, you know, in my head, okay, well, he ain't responding to me either. So I'm like, well, I can try to call her. But I'm going to try to call him too because
this crazy, y'all. Like, at this point, I can tell this story myself. She said I could try to call her too. And then she says, no, Alexis, that's the problem. He's not responding. Something's wrong with him. Then she gonna say, when she said that, I was still sleeping, halfway asleep. Then I woke up and I went and I harassed every single one of my neighbors, even the neighbors that I didn't like. And I woke them up for somebody to take me to the hospital. And when I got to the hospital, I had on 2 different shoes. My outfit didn't match, and I had on a bonnet. And I was there for 12 hours, and his mama and his sister was not there. They was gone getting their hair and their makeup and everything done. And I was there. And if they touched his eyelash or his eyelid, I was there, and I was texting. Watch, let's listen, y'all. Child, they pay me for the interview at this point. I promise. I kind of thought that she was just playing a recording with the last interview. Like, hold on, is this just a dang on recording of her saying the same thing over and over and over again? Girl,
he's not responding to me, and he was supposed to be here hours ago. So she's like, no, Lex, that's why I need his number. He's not responding. And I'm like, I know he's not responding to me either. So I'm still just not getting it. So she's like, Lex, he's dying. Like, he's dead. Like, she's like telling me, like, you know, like that, like, you know, that I mean, he's not responding, you know, like it finally clicked. And I'm like, oh, but what do you mean? So she proceeds to tell me that, you know, she left to go do her job, you know, at like 10 something. And it's like now 4 o'clock in the morning. And, you know, she's like, you know, she's just now getting back, and Alex is still in his car in the same spot from when she left. You know, that's a long time to be in the same spot, you know. And she said she peeked in her house. Her son is in the house, you know, getting sick because he was doing the same drugs he was doing, but he just didn't die. Not saying I wanted him to die or anything like that. So that came.
Her story, it don't even make sense. She said she peeped in her house and her son was getting sick and something wasn't right. Like last time you said that she was in the house. She went in the house and found her son completely sick. And then her son was still sick. And then she finally realized Alex was outside, and she went outside to check on Alex. This time she just peeked in and seen her son was sick and realized they was doing the same thing. Child.
Off wrong. But he's in the house throwing up, getting sick, and foaming at the mouth and whatnot. And Alex is in the car. She's like, the window's cracked, but I couldn't, I had to squeeze my arm in there to unlock the door. So when she finds him, there is a picture of when she found him actually, and the cops have that too. That's why I didn't go to jail, because you literally could tell it's an overdose. Like, his head, he's in the driver's seat, his head is leaned back, and he literally has the bag of coke in between his index finger and his middle finger.
Okay, so he actually dies. And so obviously the police talk with you was, let me ask you this, because I think I remember seeing this somewhere. The person that sold him the drugs, were they charged?
Yeah, they're actually still in jail. And if I'm not mistaken, her trial is actually getting ready to come up.
It was a female.
Yeah. So
if they've got somebody and they've charged somebody, why does your mom think you have? Does she believe that his mom? Why does his mom? Does she believe that you introduced them to drugs? Why is she blaming you?
So unfortunately, and that's what me and her also bickered about, because I love him, so I'm gonna tell his truth, but I'm a very blunt person at the same time. So, because me and her have numerous times, and I mean, if I can find our messages, I can send those to you as well. Me and her have tried numerous times to see what type of programs we could try to get him into and things like this. So her saying, I introduced him to all of this, she's already admitted he's already had a problem. She's just gonna never really find him help. So, I told her, like, because, one time I called her and I'm like, hey, there's this AA program, but, they said, I got to talk to the mom or something like that. She was like, pretty much just give it to God, it'll be fine. So I told her, and the reason why she's mad is I told her, had you not tried to always just pray everything away and actually maybe try to get some assistance for him, he'd probably still be here. Don't get me wrong, you can't help somebody who don't want to be helped, but just praying to somebody who really ain't there is not about to help either. So also, but the night that, like I said, the night he died, I was texting.
This girl is demonic. Y'all heard what she said? Child, praying for somebody that don't want to be helped doesn't work. Baby girl, she's very demonic. Oh my gosh.
Him a whole bunch of foul ass things. Wow. And I'm not going to make it seem like I wasn't, because I was salty as fuck, because I already knew what was happening. I just didn't know he was actively dying, or at that time already dead. So I always say, well, now I learned the hard way, if you don't say things you don't mean, because you never know when it could be somebody's last moment on earth or whatever. So I learned that lesson the hard way. But luckily for me, although I took that lesson and I ran with it, it was also still on my blessing that he already passed before he saw those messages. So
so he had passed when the cause of death, time of death, he had actually already died when you were getting mad, thinking that he was.
Ma'am, what you sipping up over there? Because hey, yeah, I would need some of that. Yeah, for reals. Look, because girl, she said, luckily he was already dead, so he didn't get to read the messages. Girl, bye. Yo, she's something else.
Was ignoring you, and that he was just out with some chick or out getting high. He had already passed.
Yeah, he was already. Like when I was texting him, he was already with the people he was going to be partying with that night. It just so happened the two people who got sick, one of them died, obviously, was my baby dad. The other one was his cousin. And the girl that they were with, which it's still a lot of conflicting stories with that. And I still, to this day, I will never know the truth. But I do know at the end of the day, it is his fault, because the same girl that he bought the fentanyl, well, it wasn't fentanyl. He bought a bag of coke from her, but she gave him a bag of fentanyl. And the reason why she was charged, and yeah, actually, I'm about to really drop some serious tea that his mom forgot to tell y'all. And this about to be the gag right here. But anyway, so the girl that he bought the coke from, she gave him a whole bag of fentanyl. Turns out remember I was telling you about the infidelities? He was also sleeping with her, and she got mad because he didn't choose her. He chose me over her. Then the dude that she had already, apparently I wasn't there, I guess he already upped the gun on him. So
y'all see how she keeps saying, I'm going to drop this tea. She said the same thing at Nika and Night with the interview. Oh, this the real tea right here that his mom didn't tell y'all. Like, what, girl, for you to keep saying this is the real tea, it makes it seem like you're lying. It makes it seem like you just adding that in there. something is not true about what she's saying right there. Every time she say this is the real tea, what his mom didn't tell y'all. Well, for real, his mom ain't told us nothing. So what are you talking about? This the real tea. That's the real lie. That's like when somebody say, well, to be honest, or I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, they are lying. They not being honest. This the real tea. This the real lie. Let me make this one up real quick. I'm gonna shake the juice.
Already had problems because they at that house, they were selling like, you know, whatever it was that they were selling, just all type of stuff. Mind you, I kind of don't even care to say what they were selling because they already got caught. Obviously, they're in jail.
Right.
So they were just selling numerous of, you know, substances and stuff. But so that was kind of his fault that he did die because, you know, why would you go? Because also she's the same person who sold it, the same stuff to him in January when I was in Florida. So he went back to the same person that laced him the first time with giving him the so-called wrong stuff. It didn't work, so he went back and they gave him the, like, because last time they mixed it, he had fentanyl and cocaine. This time he just had straight fentanyl.
And
so
girl, slow down with your little purple flask. Slow down, babies. You ain't even made it through half of it yet, girl. Calm down and relax, okay?
so let me ask you, were you two doing
Wow.
drugs together? Were y'all doing it together while y'all were together? Were
Yeah,
y'all,
old girl face is
and
funny.
the drug was cocaine, correct?
yeah, and well, actually, I tried cocaine and ecstasy while I was with him, but that was all in 2017. And I think I probably tried again sometime after my son was born in 2019, and that's when I tried the ecstasy, and that was a one-time thing as well. So 2018 was the you know, the cocaine, or 2017, I'm sorry, 2017 was the cocaine. I tried that one time, found out it wasn't for me. 2018, like sometime after my son was born, like,
This girl is lying. Oh my goodness.
well, like it was down in 2019. So anyway, I tried ecstasy on the night with him while we were out with his friends and stuff. Tried it, really I didn't like the way it made me feel. I didn't like the way it made me feel. It made me feel the same way as it did as the cocaine, but it also made my right butt cheek twitch consistently. So I didn't like that. So
okay, so let me ask you a question. I don't mean to interrupt you. So that's the story on the second baby daddy. So did he have, how many babies did you have by him? One or two? The one that
one that died?
Yes.
One.
Okay. So then you have two more is that by one person?
Yeah, those are my twin daughters.
Okay. And is he still living?
Yeah, he out there somewhere.
Yes. And so do you reach out when you're trying to, when this bad luck is happening to you, you reach out to the first baby daddy and the third baby daddy to get help, correct?
Yeah.
And neither one of them helps you. Do you have their numbers? Do they not pick up the phone? Do they tell you we're not about to help you? No. How is that conversation when you're telling them that you need help?
So the other one, I don't have like a phone number for him.
Is that the first one you don't have the number?
Yeah, I don't have the number.
Okay.
So I sent the email because, you know, I had it from, you know, we had like the one court case when I was getting my kids back and stuff. So, and the reason why I also don't trust him, and I know, the reason I just don't trust him. So I'll tell you about that later, or later on in the interview, whatever.
Okay.
But so I emailed him, got no response. The girl's dad, I have his number. I've texted him, sometimes no response, or it'll be I can't be a dad and pay child support. So pretty much he's saying if he's paying child support, then he's not going to see them, he's not going to visit them, he's not going to help me, nothing. Mind you, I'm only getting $196 every month for both of them. And then he's telling me, he's like, well, I'm working 2 jobs and I'm selling and I'm hustling on the side, and that $196 is taking all my money.
Child, if he claimed he working 2 jobs, I'm not even understanding. Even with him working 1 job, unless he getting paid $7 an hour, I don't understand why she only getting $196 a month. That's something she agreed to. That is completely outrageous for 2 children. And claiming he got work multiple jobs. He probably don't work a job at all. And that's why his payment is $196 a month.
How do you expect me to help you? And I'm like, I mean, if you're working 2 jobs and you're selling drugs, and that 196 is taking off your, taking all your money, then you might need a better career choice. I don't know what type of job you got.
Right.
So anyway, so the night that I even called him the day I did the live. I called him a couple of times the day I did the live. And then I also had the cops called. Like they talked to him as well. Because I'm like, okay, maybe if a cop talks to him, then he'll be like, okay, well, maybe she's actually fucking serious and she actually needs some damn help. He proceeded to tell the cop the same thing that he told me, that he's having 2 newborn, like, I don't know if they're born or not. It's not my business. I don't care.
Yeah.
But he's like, I'm having, 2 more babies with 2 other women right now. I'm not worried about the twins. I don't want them. I just, I can't take them in right now. And I'm like, oh, okay, well,
so
there goes that.
So he avoids you too. So now you've attempted to contact the 2 baby daddies that are living. No help.
Oh, yep. And the twins' dad, I even called his aunt. And I think we actually have some text messages about that. But I even contacted his aunt and see if she could talk some sense into him and, try to, get, mediate that. Because if me and him don't see eye to eye, but obviously for obvious reasons, I obviously don't, I don't like him. I hate him. So,
she
couldn't get through. Yeah, she ended up calling me back. Well, she was telling me the same thing, pretty much. I'm not about to help her, F them twins. And he even told her to stop calling him. And then he blocked her. So literally got no help.
So you went to the 2 baby daddies.
I'm assuming that's the auntie that she said was trying to form a relationship with the twins. So why didn't she just tell that auntie, hey, I'm dropping the twins off at C.P.S. I'm taking the kids, I'm dropping them off at C.P.S. If you want them, you can come and get them. You can meet me here. Obviously, she had communication with some people.
Family members, were there not family members that could have helped you with your babies?
So I did ask, but some family members have medical problems right now. Mm-hmm. Some family members have, other problems of their own going on right now inside their households. Not like nothing like crazy or nothing, but everybody got their own things, and not everybody has the space to take in 5 kids.
Right.
But then also the fact of the matter is my family, I'm not going to make it seem like they've never helped me. They've been helping me on and off since I was 15. At what point does, the other side take, not the aunts and stuff on the other side, because, I didn't have babies with them. They're not obligated. But it would be nice if they would check in or, do something.
Right.
But I mean, like, as far as the dads or the grandparents, because now that I'm viral,
My question is, she claims that the 2 oldest children came from R around the age of 15 and 16. Who in that family would you actually want to take your children? She keeps saying, they did it. My family did it. I did it. It's time for the dads. That dad allegedly argued you and was doing it to you from the age of 15 to 18. So you want him or his family to take your children? The second dad is deceased. So what? You want him to take kids? He gonna take them to 6? Where are you gonna take them? And the third dad, you claim was addicted to this and addicted to that and this and that. But that dad, actually, the auntie was trying to form a relationship with the kids. You didn't communicate with her. I'm not even understanding. If the first 2 dads were so bad, how you even end up with the third dad? And you telling us that you was on birth control and you took a plan B. Make this make sense. None of your story makes sense. But I'm trying to figure out what dad you actually want to take the kids. Talking about it's their turn. Who turn? Who? Girl, bye. And then is the people coming into my comment section talking about something? Why y'all just blaming her? And what about the dads? Bitch, fuck the dads. Fuck them dads. Let's really be honest about this. I know for a fact you didn't heard from your auntie, your granny, and everybody else. Mama, baby, daddy, maybe. So fuck them dads. It's her damn job. And if the tragedy happened at 15 and 16, why she got pregnant again, God knows why. Who knows? But she did. And then she lost all 3 of them to C.P.S. custody and went sleeping around again and got pregnant again. I don't have no sympathy. And when I say fuck them dads, I mean fuck them dads. My mother was a single mother. He was in the same damn town. So, girl, please. There's so many single moms out here doing it and doing exactly what they got to do. It's single moms out here that didn't choose to be single. Their husband passed away. The dad passed away. What? So what? They tired. What they going to do with their kids? Just drop them off to C.P.S? No, bitch. That's not how life works. And the fact that y'all hoes be in my comment section talking about, but why y'all not putting blame on the dad? Fuck them dads. The fuck? That shit is, bitch, please. I don't even understand. Y'all want to claim to be such bad bitches, but then want to talk about the dad. Why the dad? Why the dad? Bitch, be the bad bitch you are, okay? Do what you got to do. Your mama did it, didn't she? The fuck? I can't with these lazy beings up in 2024. What about the dad? Bitch, fuck you and fuck them dads. What about her? She pushed them out, didn't they? Came up out of her.
They have a, they so-called have a story and they got a voice, and I've tried to get my kids, this and that, and I'm like, okay, well, it's too much evidence, because and I'm not stupid. When I talk to these men, well, I'm not gonna say men because the other one I don't have a number with, but the girls that when I talk to him and I'm trying to get help, I record everything because I'm not stupid. I never actually thought I would ever go viral. I wasn't trying to, but it's like if I post these videos, everybody would see. I'm not out here lying. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not trying to bash nobody. I'm literally just telling my truth. And if they feel like me telling the truth or what their character was and what they did to write their story in my book, that's not my fault. Maybe they could have changed their character or did better. But I'm not gonna make it seem like I'm perfect and I've made the best decisions, because obviously I've been young, manipulated, mentally fucked over, and naive, and just.
Alex is the baby daddy. Justice for Alex. That's the baby daddy that went on life support and didn't make it. Alex's mother says that Alexis, Amora Alexis, the young lady talking, did something to her son, and she wants justice for her son. So that's what they mean by justice for Alex. It's justice for Amora Alexis' baby father. They think she did something to him. They want justice. It says justice for Alex, jail for Alexis Wright, I believe.
Young and dumb. I don't fucking, never knew what the fuck love was. I'm just going off the idea of what the fuck you see in the movies. Like, like I said, I was 15. I'm not gonna lie, I was still playing with Barbie dolls at that time. If anybody who so-called truly knows me, y'all would know that. I was really not into anything. So like I was an easy target for any predator, to be honest.
So let me ask you a question. And doing the research about you, there was some video that surfaced up where I'm assuming one of your baby daddies was recording you and saying, so tell them that you don't want this child. Are you familiar with this video?
Yeah, I'm pretty in that video, and it's crazy because now I don't know, people are going to always try to bring out the worst or showcase the worst in somebody, or when, because actually that video,
I'm pretty sure that's Alex they're referring to. Recording her saying, so tell them you don't want this child, y'all. Alex had one child with her. Alex took care of the two children she had when she met him. Alex is the man that she keeps saying she's glad that he's gone. She sent him all these text messages and everything else. That's Alex. She keeps saying in the first interview, she even said that he wasn't anything and she would pee on his grave and all kinds of other stuff, y'all. So, yeah.
I think I was pregnant with my youngest son. And yeah, what I'm saying in the video, I'm not going to lie. I was so ready to not be pregnant no more. I was at my lowest. I wanted to fucking die. So I probably was saying all that shit.
She also went to jail for busting Alex's lips and blackening his eyes.
I wasn't lying at that time. I wanted to fucking die. I did not want any type of ties to him. I didn't want to be alive no more. Like, y'all don't, like, no, I don't think nobody understands, like, the mental Like it was so much mental and physical abuse. And I'm pretty sure y'all can see I'm a little, like I'm crying in the video. I'm pissed off. I'm clearly agitated, more so than the normal person. But a lot of people, they're just looking at that video, but they're not going to realize that this man was just beating my ass before he pulled out the camera.
So which daddy was that? Was that the first one, or was that the second one that made this video with you? Was that the last one?
Shout out to my motherfucking sis. That is crazy. I just was like, what video? And I looked, and the video has been delivered that quick, y'all. Y'all can listen because I can't screen share it. Y'all hear that? Child. He said, how many months are you? 5 months. He said, you going off it? She said, yep, I don't want this effing baby. Like, that was Amora Lex talking to Alex. Alex had the camera and was recording her talk crazy. Shout out to you, sis. Shout out to you. That's crazy.
That was the one that died.
Okay.
Wow.
That's the one that moms think. Okay. All right. And you were pregnant.
Yeah. So his mom is posting like all type of old videos from like 2018, 17, and anything. Like,
she's on a smear campaign to smear your image. Did she get these videos out of his phone when he died? How did he post?
As we sit, child, I'm trying not to get offended by what the interviewer is saying, but a smear campaign, like smear campaign. I'm looking at the freaking a police report right now. Domestic violence, knowingly causing physical harm. Guilty. February the 6th, 2019. Guilty, goddamn guilty. He said smear campaign. He said that Alex's mother is trying to run a smear campaign against, what the fuck is her name? Alexis Wright. Excuse my language, try not to cuss. Alexis Wright. I just received Alexis Wright police record, and she was found guilty of domestically abusing and knowingly causing physical harm to Alex. Smear campaign. Child.
This video. How did this video surface?
Child.
She's posting, mind you, he's dead. She's going through posting everything. He's not doing anything. He's been dead almost 4 years. No, it has been 4 years that he's been dead. So she's going through posting and everything. Now, if you guys actually go to her page, she's literally been posting about me every day or every other day for the last 4 years. And even before he died, she was posting about me. Like and actually I do have a lawsuit, and actually I have a team of legal looking at her right now, because we have 4 years of evidence of defamation of character. She's been put out some of my medical history, because she actually told everybody that I was raped before I was ready to even, talk about stuff like that. So yeah, she's posted nude pictures of my son, because every baby's going to get a damn diaper rash. He had a diaper rash. She tried to say, I don't even know what the fuck she said, but long story short, she posted a picture of my son's, all his private parts, just trying to bash me on a picture that not only did I not know she took, that she didn't have permission to take. Like, where is his dad? So when his dad's not around, you're taking pictures of his body.
So y'all, I hope y'all keeping notes of everything, because child, I be forgetting, but I be remembering when I want to, right? So first, the grandmother called C.P.S. because Alexis posted the baby on social media saying, my poor baby, and tried to act like it was allergies when it was allegedly COVID. She refused to get the baby tested. Then the twins' dad called C.P.S. on her because his twins were severely malnourished and had severe ear infections. Alexis confirmed with saying he thought he was doing something, but they had doctor's appointments 2 days later anyway, confirming something was wrong with the babies. Now she's telling us that the grandmother took pictures to prove that the baby had a severe diaper rash. Let's not forget, she told us that the twins had on the same diaper for 3 hours plus because she didn't have diapers nor wipes. So we just gonna keep listening to everything, y'all, and just keep taking notes because child, bye. Child, goodbye.
Body parts. So also, and a lot of people don't know, she really is mental, and that's the reason why Children's Services took my son from her and gave him back to me. Because also when my son came back, he needed, behavioral therapy and stuff because, he was still in, not pull-ups, but he was still in diapers when he came back to me. My son is 5. So he was still in diapers and stuff like that wasn't, just certain stuff that he should have been doing. He wasn't supposed to be, he wasn't doing at his age and stuff. And then he would say certain stuff like, am I about to get in the shower with my brown grandma? And, he has 2 grandmas. He has my mom and then, the dude that died's mom. And she's darker than my mom. My mom looks kind of white. So, and I'm like, okay, what do you mean get in the shower with your brown grandma? So like, it's certain things that he would say or do to where I know like she was so mental that she was over there doing stuff to my son. Now, I don't know, like, I'm not saying like she was sexually abusing him, but like mentally she was fucking him up. Like she was really fucking him up because
child, the interviewers don't know what's going on. She's still over here sipping. He just started rocking back and forth. Oh my goodness, y'all asked for this, child. He over there thinking, woosah. Go and rub your ears, sir. Calm yourself down because you hearing this too. And I don't know if you your father, but you're hearing this too. I know this got to strike a chord with fathers also. This is out of control.
if you also look at some of her posts, she's also talking about how she's saying, oh, my son is seeing his dead dad all over the house. And she has pictures up of his dad everywhere. And she's like, oh yeah, you see your dad's shadow. Like, I mean, the chick is fucking crazy. And then she's like, I'm gonna make sure I tell him that his mom killed his dad, when the death certificate and the coroner's report both literally clearly state and show the chemical process.
Yes, this is new. You picked up on that too? Child, I believe I've heard what 2 or 3 interviews. I think this the 3rd interview. I don't know, but we ain't heard that part before. In the brown grandma in it, and then she talking about the grandma got pictures of her son up all over the house. Like it's kind of common sense. This is kind of really common sense. Why would the mother not have pictures of her son up around the house? And now that her son is deceased, she will have more pictures of her son up around the house. You just feel some type of way about it because you probably did something to her son. Even if you didn't, you feel really guilty about how it ended. So you feel some type of way. What is the problem that the mama got pictures up around the dang on house? Yes, she definitely just said that. She definitely just said that. For sure.
Process of what he had in his system and all of that other stuff.
Overdose.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get back to when you went to C.P.S. What was that conversation like? And I had somebody that, did C.P.S. that day you went, did they take your children? Did you leave your children there with C.P.S. that day?
When I left the C.P.S. building, I think I left at like maybe 2, 3, or 4. No, it had to be about 4 o'clock in the morning. My kids did stay the night at C.P.S.
Okay, so and then answer the question. We kind of saw on live, they were asking you these questions. What did you tell them to be able to leave? You just told them you couldn't take care of your kids. What did you tell them for them to, to say you can leave them here? What did you tell them for the people that didn't see your live?
Yep, that definitely answered the question we had, y'all. How many nights did the kids stay at C.P.S.? And she still hasn't answered how many nights, but I don't know. They might have left Sunday night.
I was just like telling them like everything that I've gone through, and I was just like telling them like mentally, like hold on one second.
That's crazy. How do you explain to an 11-year-old? How old did she say the next one was? It's 11 I think 11, 10, 5, and 2. How do you explain to those children what you're going through and that you ain't coming back and this and that? The grandma had custody of the grandson from 2020 to 2021. Child, this girl is a mess.
I'm sorry. So I was just like telling them, like, at
This
this
girl is
very
a
moment,
mess.
like, mentally there is nothing wrong with me. Like, everybody's trying to poke holes at my past, and you know, they want something to be wrong with me. Like, I've moved on in my life, I don't live there no more. But you know, I was telling them, like, right now I've got so much going on, and I'm reaching out to these baby dads. You know, they just want to keep seeing me fall, they don't want to help. Like, I'm just mentally, emotionally, and spiritually drained. Not mentally insane, just mentally drained. I've exhausted all my resources, you know. If you see a lot of the comments, you know, a lot of people say, well, I don't know how she could be struggling right now. She's always had money. I've always been a hustler. I've always got some money. But it's like, lately, I want to say probably since last year, like, since I got my daughters, all my kids back, I have not had no support system, like, or even before then. But like, it was really, really bad. Like, nothing. Like, both my daughters had therapy 3 times a week. Alex also had his emotional and behavioral therapy as well from, you know, when I got him back from faith. So it's all these therapies. I'm trying to work. No, like, daycare, you know, no help. The dads ain't helping, diapers. It was just so much. And I was just like, you know what? I'll be damned if I struggle again. And if I do struggle, I'm not going to struggle with them, because like, they've been through the struggle. Like, my oldest son will tell you, like, we've slept in abandoned buildings. I've pulled all-nighters, staying up, making sure no crackheads walked into them abandoned buildings while my kids was sleeping. You know, like, I've had to play that. You know, I've had to do certain things I wasn't proud of to take care of my kids. You know, you know, when I went to this one shelter down here, it's called Van Buren. To be honest, if they were smart, they would actually really shut that shelter down, because it's not safe for nobody. No, especially not no women with children.
So
it's really messed up. I really think the mayor might want to look into that one too. But you know, trying to go to a shelter and seek assistance, they don't help you. Literally, all they do is just, yeah, you can come in, but you can't really bring shit with you. And if you do, you kind of got to leave it somewhere where everybody else can kind of dig through it and take your shit. And then, you know, whether it don't matter like what's going on there, they wake you up at like 4 or 5. I think it was like 4 or 5 in the morning. Like, you got to wake up 4 or 5 in the morning.
Yeah,
to get out.
Yeah. So when you leave
and
them,
ain't no businesses or nothing open.
So when you leave your kids there that night, you leave all 5 of your babies there overnight. Do you come back to get them the next day? Do you tell me how and why did you come back to get them? Because they were in the system when you left that night, correct?
So no. So in the video, I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, she does say, well, C.P.S. now has custody of your children. So a lot of people don't know that if the cops take your children, they don't actually take them. Because like, what happened is I took my kids to the fire station. You know, we talked there.
I didn't hear the lady say C.P.S. now has custody of your children. I heard the lady say that they're in the back. And then she said, well, I brought coats and stuff. And she said, can they have them? And the lady said, yes, they can have them. And then she asked, do they have blankets and stuff? And the lady said, yes, they have blankets and beds and everything back there. But I never heard the lady say, your children are now in C.P.S. custody.
Safe place, Haven or whatever, they couldn't take them. So they called the cops. And they was like, hey, you know, we have a situation. We need help. You know, we don't know what to do, but we do know this young lady needs resources. So that's how we ended up at Children's Services. And so anyway, when cops bring your kids in, you know, they have what is called law over your children. So when the cops, you know, took the kids to C.P.S., they didn't give C.P.S. custody, but what they did do was give C.P.S. law, which means C.P.S. has law, but I still have legal custody. And because it was over the weekend, we didn't go to court. So they was never able to legally take custody, because by then, you know, once I told them everything, and because at first they were thinking, okay, is it a mental thing? And even the cop that I was talking to, like, they was like, okay, well, you know, is it mental? And they started talking about the codes and stuff. And she was like, no, it's not that at all. She's not mental, like, at all. Like, you know, nothing was wrong. So, you know, they was like, we obviously see like there's nothing wrong, because if they felt like there was something mentally wrong with me, I probably wouldn't, you know, have legal custody of my kids, or you know, they would have took them, or you know, I would have an open case. I don't have an open case with CPS. You would think I do, but I don't have an open case with CPS. But anyway, they was like, listen, if you can think of something, because now that because mind you, I didn't have nobody coming forward, and I had no, mind you, as you saw, I was live for hours prior to that. Even still up until, you know, leading up to going to CPS, I was still reaching out for help behind the scenes, still not getting no response. Nobody was coming forward until I guess they saw I was really up there, like it wasn't a joke or something, you know, like it was like a last minute type thing.
Right.
So that's when I started getting all these messages like, hey, I'll take them, all this other stuff. But it was like, you know, they had already used like, okay, well, we're gonna, we you know, they say, oh, well, we have custody, we're gonna keep them here for the night. But you know, so that next night, which is, I dropped them off Friday night. So that Saturday, I was waiting for somebody to call me back. And nobody had called me. But then that Sunday,
I think her timing is off. She went live May the 4th, 10 o'clock in the morning, saying that she didn't want her kids. And then she was live May the 4th at 11:31 p.m. at the CPS office. So yeah, her time is off.
started getting calls from, you know, the agency and whatever. And they was like, well, I talked to the supervisor and she talked to her supervisor, who talked to the whoever supervisor else, whatever, you know, and they were just saying like, we don't really have a concern to be taking custody of your kids, and we don't want to take custody of your kids, because if we do, it's going to be so hard for you to get them back. And we don't want that when there's nothing really wrong. You know, you just need help and support. So,
so you get them back
she
the
was
next
like,
day?
well, kind of, but no, not really. So she was like, you know, it's Sunday now. So she was like, if you can find somebody to take your kids and you can come up with a game plan, or if you can just get them placed so you can get yourself together, we don't have to go to court tomorrow and take custody. So what ended up happening is I found, you know, there's some people who I came forward. So, you know, I talked to them, you know, saw their homes and stuff like that. You know, when I was really moving fast, I only had like 24 hours to do all of this. So, you know, I talked to them, met up with everybody. You know, they got the kids. We
Y'all hear how it's not even adding up. And I understand she could just be off, but it's not adding up at all. You dropped the kids off Saturday night, and then you said Sunday they told you to figure something out. Sunday afternoon they told you to figure something out before Monday so you don't have to go to court. But then you said you had 24 hours to figure something out. This was Sunday afternoon. Child, this girl. I told y'all she's going to keep on with these interviews and keep on with these interviews, and her stories are going to start scattering. Just why?
Because we know the kids were still at Children's Services. So we all met at Children's Services. And, you know, one by one, they're bringing the kids down and giving them to who I said is going to take my kids. So I have legal custody of my kids, but I chose to place them elsewhere because obviously I can't do it right now, because I know for a fact I don't have a house. So I just have to get my stuff out of that house, and then kind of just figure it out from there. But, you know, it's okay. It's not the first time I've lost something, but the next thing I get is going to be better than the house that I have.
And now she don't have a house again, y'all. Child, I cannot with this girl.
Now, because the house that I'm losing now was an upgrade from the house I had last time. And it was a really big house.
Right.
So I know I'm going to get it again, especially now that I don't have my kids with me. I can grind and really work like I wanted to work when I did have the kids.
So are all the kids together? Are they in separate homes? Tell me where. You don't have to tell me where, but are they all five? Did one person take all five of them? Are they at two different homes? Where are they now?
They're separated into 3 different homes.
Okay. And are they seeing each other? Are they not kin? Because the reason why I'm asking is it how important is it for your children to still have a relationship with each other? So, you know, obviously they're in 3 different homes, but are they getting to see their siblings?
Yeah. Actually, as of right now, I'm only in the car because I'm doing my interview. I have exactly at this very moment, I have all 5 of my children with me.
Good.
Yeah.
And so are they with you just for visitation purposes? Do they have to go back to their prospective places that you lined out for them? Or are they now back with you full time?
No, they're not back with me full time. I mean, if that is something that I wish to do, I have all will and free range to go and do that. So the people that I've placed my children with, it's already written out and notarized that I can come and get them at any given time when I want to. Of course, respective, of their schedules and what they have going on and stuff, So I still see my kids almost, if I don't get to see them every day, I see them every other day, or I talk to them on the phone, but they are seeing each other. Well, damn near almost every day. So they ain't really missed too much of each other. So
Okay.
they're still seeing each other.
Okay. So
it's very important for them to have a relationship, because I know for a fact all we have is each other.
Cool. Okay, so now we're at a point of the podcast where we're going to take some comments from, and when I tell you there's a lot of comments, and I know that you've done a lot of interviews, and I know that you understand that there are going to be some people that are pro Amora Lex, and there are going to be some other people that are not pro. On this podcast, we always try to read as many comments as possible. Q is looking at me like, you're not going to be there. So why don't you, Q, just kind of scan through some good comments, some bad comments, and then more the comments that you want to respond to, you much very well can. The comments that you don't want to respond to, you can just say I don't want to comment. And I'm assuming, because I'm going through the comments, that this interview is posted on your page, so there are probably be some people who are not supporters of yours, and that's okay. They have their own opinion, and everybody can say what they want to say. And
all right, y'all. I don't even know about the rest of that interview, but I am going to turn on this screen share and show y'all what Amora Lex was doing after this interview. It's very interesting. Very interesting.
Like I said, I want to have a regular conversation. I haven't been able to have a regular conversation with anybody in 2 weeks. So I would like to have a regular conversation.
I'm gonna go back to the beginning.
All right, y'all. So I'm back to literally talk about nothing at all. I'm literally just bored. Like I said, I want to have a regular conversation. I haven't been able to have a regular conversation with anybody in 2 weeks. So I would like to have a regular conversation. Outside of all the viral controversy and stuff, I don't really care about that. So like, what did y'all do today? Did y'all cook out? What did y'all eat? Did you get your moms any gifts or anything? Like, what did y'all do? Did you, pick up a book? Did you read a book? Did you have a favorite book you want to talk about? Like, I will start. I actually, fuck that. I actually do really have two really good books that, if you haven't read it before, I really think you should read it. So one of them is actually.
So, y'all, this is after the interview. Amora Lex went live twice to lay in her comfortable bed in her home and smoke on her Zai. I said, really, girl? Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. You still using the interviewer's money. All this money you using to buy Zai. Poor thing, y'all. She's using the money to buy Zai. She clearly told us that's what she was going to do, but I mean, hearing it and actually seeing her do it is something completely different, for real, for real. This is out of control. Look, she's just laying in the bed all comfortable, nice and comfy.
So I just thought I'd do it like a little Q&A before I go to bed. You're more than welcome to ask whatever you want. If you can, positive vibes. If not, you can, feel how you feel inside. That's fine. But I just thought I'd do a little Q&A or whatever. It could be about anything. Like, I have a life outside of the reason I went viral. So,
Child.
maybe ask about my favorite music or something. I don't fucking know. I'm not saying you guys necessarily want to know about me, but we can talk about anything, literally.
But I did enjoy my Mother's Day. It was actually really cool. I'm wore out. I'm real life wore out. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed my Mother's Day. Um, so I hope you guys enjoyed yours and you celebrated your mothers as well. Um, that's really all I gotta say is I hope y'all enjoyed y'all's Mother's Day because I did enjoy my Mother's Day. Um, so I think I did 2 interviews today. They were cool. Obviously people are gonna feel how they feel inside. A lot of people aren't gonna believe my story because my story is crazy as fuck. I ain't even gonna beat you, but it was pretty cool. We had the good, the bad, and the ugly. And at one interview, it got ugly, but it's okay. Like I said, people are gonna feel how they feel inside, and it's okay. I made my decision a week ago. It's okay. I'm moving on from that. But overall, mm, I don't know. I'm excited because I'm about to get my home studio from school, and it's not like they're about to like give us like no little stuff. Like we're really about to like I don't know because like they were like telling us what we're about to get. Like they're really about to soup us up, and I'm like,
I'm about to look and see what other interview she's talking about because we just watched the one, but she said the other one got ugly. So let's see if we can find that one.
ooh, I'm excited because so I've never actually I don't think I've ever actually got to see a MIDI board, MIDI board, a MIDI board or whatever the fuck it's called, MIDI board.
Now, y'all hear her like she don't have a house now, right? And then she goes live from the house and she's talking about she's getting her home studio delivered and a mini board and this and that. Right? Okay. So I was a little confused, like, hold on, she don't have a house again? This is confusing me, seriously.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm actually kind of excited to get that, see how it works, and try it. Because like as far as my music, like my rough draft that I showed you guys or whatever, that was not the finished product. That was literally something I was doing on my phone with a fucked up pair of headphones. So even for it to be on me doing it on my phone, not knowing what the fuck I'm doing. Like don't get me wrong, I am in school for music, but we haven't got to the good shit yet. So I still don't know how to do any of that. So I think for me personally, um just kind of doing that on my own, I think it was pretty cool. So um I forgot to go live when I was at the studio. It was pretty cool. We got to talking and just brainstorming about other different things, and it was cool. So I definitely forgot to go live about that. um but that rough draft isn't the only song that I have that I'm going to be dropping. That was just the only one that I had fun making it. So I don't know. I just had a lot of fun making it. So it was just like, I wanted to showcase it. Like I said, you don't have to like my music. That is fine. There's even the most influential artists, have people who don't like them. So, I'm not too worried about that. Um, but even still, if you don't like it, I'm not talking about the rough draft, but I'm talking about when my single Into That. Oh, I have another, I'm not even about to, y'all just stay tuned, follow my journey. Um, but yeah, as far as my single Into That, I definitely have a lot of fun making that. Um, I don't use ghostwriters or nothing like that. So actually, I do have writer's block, but I don't use ghostwriters or nothing like that. So, I was and it's weird because I was just like, I've always wanted to do music, not because, I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna say I'm never gonna be famous from it because you really never fucking know what happens. Shit, JJ Icefish or whatever his name, he got famous, and I'm not even gonna take no credit from him. Shit, his stuff even still was catchy. Like I actually listened to some of his stuff. It was catchy. I'm whatever. But also I'm a weirdo, so I listen to like weird stuff. So um I thought so anyway, like I said, I had a lot of fun making it. So I definitely want to showcase it. Like I said, even if it's not your jam, share it because you actually never know who actually likes it. Mm, I don't know. But hmm, I'm trying to think what else to tell you. I don't know. Just taking one day at a time. You know, and actually, there is something I would like to address now. Granted, I have not gone to shake my ass. And I don't mean like in a strip club or anything. I mean like I haven't gone to a strip club. I haven't gone to a single club at all. Actually, at all. So, I mean, granted, I'm a grown ass woman. If I do decide to do that, that is just what I decide to do, but I haven't done that. So, of course, you guys are all talking shit about a situation you guys don't understand. I don't expect you guys to understand. It is what it is, like I said.
Sure, you haven't. You haven't gone to shake your ass at the strip club. You just going to the studio and buying weed. Okay, whatever, sis.
That I made my decision a week ago. I'm gonna stand on it. I'm gonna continue my mission, um, regardless of how you guys feel. Um, some of the stuff I see on the internet and stuff, and I'm not gonna lie. Of course, everybody knows the internet is undefeated, but it is not hurting me. It is not bothering me. It's not breaking me. Because aside from all the negativity, there is much more positivity that overpowers that. Um, So, and I'm not just, advocating for the single moms out here because, there are some single dads who do it, by themselves too. So, the single parenting is hard in general. Um, so I definitely don't want to take that from the men, because there are men who do struggle. And I knew I wasn't alone. Like I knew I'm not the only one struggling and stuff, but actually you would never believe how many people came forward, not just women but men as well. I'm not the only person who has had to give their children up or separate from their children to get themselves together, and it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that if you absolutely need that help, because I mean I didn't have that help until it was too late. I didn't have
Lord,
nobody who was
Lord,
stepping up
Lord,
until it was.
y'all. She is literally just dragging along and dragging along. I can't do it any longer, love bugs. We have been here for an hour and 22 minutes. I'm about to get up out of here. Thank y'all for being the real MVPs. I probably will be later on to watch. She's doing an interview right now, but I'm gonna come live later on to watch that interview and give my reaction of it with y'all. Thank y'all for joining me over here. Oh, let me get the name of that channel real quick. Let me get the name of it. I seen you asking for the name of that interviewer we were watching. We was watching it on Facebook, and it is. Let me get it, y'all. Let me see. Um, I think it's unbagging the baggage. Let me see. It's a Facebook page that she did that interview on. Um, yeah, unpacking the baggage. That's their Facebook page. That's where the interview was done on Facebook, not on YouTube, not on TikTok. It was on Facebook. The name of the page is Unpacking the Baggage. Y'all smack that likety like button on the way out. I will talk to y'all in our next reaction video. Bye, y'all.